All right, hello and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to solve with you one of the beautiful challenges of Kaggle. If you are new to Kaggle challenges and to Kaggle competitions like me, I am not participated in any of the competitions before, and this is going to be my first one. I do it with you together side by side, so whatever I'm gonna do is gonna be the same, just like yours and whatever you're gonna do. All right, so why we need Kaggle challenges and why we need to participate in Kaggle competitions, we have like three main reasons. The first one, it will increase your experience in machine learning. Number two, it will open up your knowledge and you will be more familiar with Kaggle and Kaggle dataset, as Kaggle dataset has become one of the major and the main resources for machine learning and deep learning. Number three, it's gonna show improvement in your profile. So later when you submit to any kind of work, people will be looking at your profile, or if you share your file page later, your profile page after like a few competitions you participated in, it will show to the people where are you at and what is your knowledge. All right, so let's jump in to solve the first competition of Titanic machine learning from disaster. So let's go and jump into that. All right, we are here at Kaggle homepage. This is my profile homepage. As I said, I haven't participated in any of the competitions, and here you can get started to learn to compete with Kaggle. And if you are beginner, intermediate, advanced, so let's say intermediate, beginner, and you will see the first challenge that you have is the Titanic challenge. So as I already clicked in the join the competition, so if you haven't clicked yet on that, so you will see that here this button gonna be join competition, not like me here, it's gonna be submit predictions. So as we can see here in this competition, that we have basically two files of data sets. Here we have the training and the test data set. If we go down, we will see it here. We have the train data set and we have the test data set, and then we have the gender submission that we will use it later to submit our prediction. So what we have in the training data set, simple, long story short, I will just try to cut short for you this, that we have 891 passengers on Titanic. This is a real data set. And from this 891 passengers, we have survivors and non-survivors of the data set. So we can look at the table here. We have like the passenger ID, and then we have survived or not. So if he survived, he got 0. If he didn't survive, he got 0. If he survived, he got 1. And then we have the passenger class. So we have basically three type of classes. Let me show you the classes here. We have first, second, and third classes, which is the first, second, and third. And then we have the gender. I guess we have the gender. No, we have the name, and then after the name we have the gender, and then we have like 65% male and 35% female, and then we have the age, and then we have what do we have? We have the sibling and spouse, how many siblings and how many spouses have been there, and we have the parch. Parch means, what is parch? Let's read the parch. Parch is of parents, children abroad. Okay, and then we have the ticket number, and I think we have the fare, the price of the ticket. Yeah, the fare is the last thing that we have. Okay, let's go to the test. So this is the training data set, and this is the test data set. We don't have the prediction here. So this is where we're gonna test our prediction. Okay, and the last folder we have is the gender submission. It's 2 columns, passenger ID and survived or not survived. So what you can do is simply you just download the dataset. I already downloaded. So you just download it to your computer, and you will have 3 files like this. and the files from Excel sheet, and it is showing you the information that you require to know about this this project or this challenge, whatever. Anyways, so what we need to do is that we need to predict whether that all the information actually you need to know or you need to have is here. So we need to predict whether how many people have been survived and how many people have not been survived. So first thing first, we will create here, click on create, and from create we will click on a new notebook. So we will have a new notebook. Let's rename it to what happened to the name? I will name it as a Titanic. And here we have that pandas have been NumPy, sorry, and pandas have been already been imported. I didn't do anything. I just create this, and then we will just click on the play button to generate our session. So you will see here that there is a session have been ready to be provided to you. This is a free resource that you will be able to use to do your testing and your project. So here we have an error with pandas. Pandas have not been called, and now the error is gone. So I just run it again, and the error is simply just gone. So errors happen. Okay, so we want to import the data set. We want to import the data set. So we just click here to add data, and then we just write Titanic. I think, yeah, that is the right spelling. And here is the project. So we just click on this plus sign, and the data set will be connected to our notebook. And yeah, it's being connected. So I will just close that, and I will run this cell again. And now we will see that we have our data set have been read already and have been displayed already. Okay, so what we need to do now is that we start to, let's read our data. So we say training or train data equal to pandas dot read dot head read CS. Did I wrote it right? CSV. Yeah, I guess so. So let's bring the link to the training data set. That is the link, and I just need to put two quotations here and just bring this one inside. Yeah. Okay, so we will just train underscore data dot head, and we just what happened? Jump back. Okay, so okay, so here we are reading the head of our training dataset. We will do the same to read the test dataset. So we will just call this one test data. So test here and test here data, and we will just change this one to test, and then we just run. So here we have the test dataset of the head of our test dataset. So we can see that what we can predict here, and from our first impression from this one, that we will see that there is a passenger ID, survived, and number of class. Here we have passenger ID and class. We don't have the predict, the survive, not survive, and then we have the gender. So if you look here, that we have the gender is male, didn't survive. The gender female survived. Gender female survived. Gender female survived. Gender male did not survive. So our first impression that every male did not survive and every female survived. So this is like just impression, you know, like when you look at the data, oh, I think all the male have not been survived based on what I just saw right in front of me. So let us play on that and let us try on that. So what I am going to try is to check how many or what is the percentage of the women that have been survived. So what we can do, and we just say woman equal to train data, the parameter that we just created, dot log, we just want to locate, and then we just say train underscore data dot sex, which is the gender, equal to female, and we have here survived. Okay, and from here we have rate. We just create another parameter, we call it rate woman. So the rate woman to give us the percentage of what is the percentage of the women that been survived. So we will sum woman, not summon, woman over length of women for the whole woman, like for the whole number of women that we have, and then we want to print that. So print, in the print we would say the percentage, just put percentage of women who survived, and then we will just call the rate woman. What is this virtual document? Dot, no, we just call rate. Yeah, we just call this one rate woman. Okay, just play that. So we will have like 74 point something, let's say 75% of the women have been survived. So our prediction was like almost there, but what I said, that not all the women, like we was just testing that is all the women have been died or survived. So no. Okay, so now we will do the same thing but for men. So we will just change every woman to man, and female is gonna be male. Yeah, male, and survived, and what else? Rate men, and men, and men. Okay, so let's run that, and we have like here 188% of the male have been survived. Okay, so what we done actually, so let me show you what have been done. So no, we don't need Zoom, we need our data set. So let me show you the training data set. What we had called, let's do that side by side with the code. So you look here, we have here, no, we don't want that. Okay, so what we have here, we have, like we said, to call from the train data set. This is the train data set. We call the train data. This is the test. So this is the train data. So we call from the train data dot sex. We call this sex. So we have male and female. So we just filtered, actually. We just filtered the data set. So if the male or female, is it survived, as we have it here, and we just have to sum the number of the female, okay, on the number of have been survived, and then we just get the percentage. So like we just divide like number of the total number of women on the total number of who didn't survive, and then survive, sorry, and then we just have the percentage, and the same thing we did with the men. Okay, so now we will just try to run our first machine learning. So I'm just preparing a picture for you here, and from this picture we will look at the three decision making that we're gonna do, which is the random forest model. And the random forest model, it will build like this is like it will constructed like several trees, and from these several trees we have like 3 trees, as you can see in the picture here in the screen, and then it will like individually consider like each passenger's data who vote whether the individual will be survived or not survived. Okay, so and then the majority of the votes will win and will give us the prediction. All right. So in this section, we will try to do and import our random forest classifier that I just showed in the picture. So what we're gonna do is from scikit-learn, which is sklearn dot in ensemble. Yeah, that is the right pronunciation. Import random forest classifier. I tried to look at my previous code so I don't make a mistake. Okay, y equal to train data, and we have here survived, and we have the features. The features for this data set, what we have, we will have first we will have the P class. Oops. Okay, we will have the P class, and then we will have the sex. And then we will have the sibling and spouse. So we have SIB, SP, which is sibling and spouse. And then we will have the parents, which is the PARCH, parch. And then that's it. Okay, so we will say X equal to PD, which is like the pandas form. PD dot get dummies, get underscore get underscore dummies. We have train underscore data. So train data, we will call the features, and then we will have the X underscore test. So now we will have PD dot get dummies. We will have the test data and also features. So here also we will call the model. So this is our model, which is the random forest classifier. Is it the right spelling? Doesn't seem the right spelling, so I just check the right spelling. Yeah, this is the right spelling. Okay. So random forest classifier, we will call the number of estimators. So n estimators will equal to 100. And we will have the depth. So we will call, we are setting actually just parameters here. So we will have the max depth. So the max depth, we will set it to 5. And what else do we have? So we will have the rand as well. Where is that? I love the parameter. So we have the random. We will have the random state. We will set it to 1. So here is the 3 parameters of the random classifier, the random forest classifier. We are setting it so we will, you can play with this parameters as well. So we will have the model.fit. For what? For X and Y. So for X, the big X and Y that we assigned earlier, and then we will have the predictions. So the predictions will equal to the model, wrongly pronounced, predict for X test, and our output. So the output's gonna be pandas dot data frame there, the data frame. So from here we will have the predict. We want to call the passenger ID. So we will have the passenger ID. We can take that in order for me not to. My bad is I always do spelling mistakes. So in order for me to avoid that, it's better I copy and paste right away from the resource, so I will not make a mistake. So test data dot passenger ID, and we will have also, we will have what? We will have the survived. Wrong. We will have the survived as well. Where is the survived? Okay, so here is the survived. So we have survived, and we will have the predictions, which is this one. Yeah, it's correct. The spelling, I mean, it's correct. Predictions, and then we will close the curly bracket. And so we will have the passenger ID, we will have the test data set, passenger ID, and we will have the survived. So this is our output. That's what we want to see in the output. And then we will want to print. We want to print the I have an issue with my keyboard. Your submission is successful. Okay. So let's run. And we have error from sklearn, from the scikit-learn, import. Yeah, sklearn, I wrote it. So see, this is my always issue from scikit-learn. Okay, so we have a run, and then we have another error at the model random. Where is that? Line 8. Where is this? Okay, we have issue with the parameters. So we have issue with the parameters. Let me check my parameters here. Random forest classifier. We have the n estimators. Let me check the spelling of the number of estimators. Might be wrong. Yeah, number of estimators. I guess it was wrong. And the max depth. And I have the rand stat. The random. Yeah, all seems good. So let's run it again. So I have error again with the max depth. Where is that max depth? The max depth is not identified. The max depth. The max depth is not being recognized. So let me check on that. Okay, so the max depth is all good. I didn't do anything. I just tried to make sure everything looked good. So your submission is being successful. So here we have to make sure that you have to make sure that in your notebook also you get the message that your submission have been successful. So once we have to have this submitted version, so we can just do like save the version. So we just called it version number 1, and we just saved it. And here I can see Titanic version number 1 is being saving. So once it's saved, we can able to make save and run. So, and then we can be able to submit it. So we're just waiting for the save to be finished. Now we have running on our data set. So it is successfully finished. So we can preview. So here you will see like there is a number, and from this number you will see like how many versions you have been made, and we have been made only one version and one save. And this is our notebook. So we will go to viewer if we want to see how it's gonna look uh, like how our submission gonna look like. And this is our submission gonna look like. And then if we want to edit back, I think we just edit the title. So we just write it, I will just change the title and I will just name it Titanic ML, just like that, and that's it. So save another version. So it's going to be version number 2, and there is an error. Okay, so it doesn't want to save. Okay, we have an error. Okay, so we just make all the letters small, and then we try to save. The sequence number must match the draft record. Okay, so I will just go back to the previous name, I guess, and doesn't want to save anyways. Okay, so here we will go to the after we checked our versions, and after we checked everything, we can just simply go and submit. So we will just see the versions, go to viewer, and this is the viewer. And then from the viewer here, you are able to code the notebook, and you view all the versions, submit to the competition, copy the API, and open in Google Notebooks. So here, if you want to open with Google Cloud, or what else do we have? Unfollow this notebook, follow comments, download the code, benchmark, a bookmark, sorry, and then delete the notebook. So what I'm gonna do is just submit to competition. So this is Titanic competition, and then just submit and enter a description. Here is my solution to Titanic competition. Okay. Everything seems good. Yeah, but why the submit is not highlighted? Yeah, version 1, Titanic. Okay. So maybe let me check one thing, is that maybe let's check one thing. So here we can like just what I was like looking at is the submit button. So we can just simply submit and click submit, and now we are submitting. So from this, it's actually like just a small experience and just a small machine learning like challenge. It's not a big deal. We just have like simple data, and from the simple data we filtered, and then we submit. So we have like a successful the competition submission file will not be found, submission file not found. So we have an error that the file of the submission has not been found. So let me check on that. Okay, let me go back to my submission. Okay. So let me go to my version number 3 and just edit that. Go to viewer, and from viewer just edit. And let's look at everything. So here is like the submit, and here like the language if you want to submit it with Python or with R, and then the run that you are targeting. But I want to look at one thing. All right, so one thing I was being missed out and I didn't notice that at all. It's my bad. So like we need to save the output file. So we will just say the output dot to CSV. So yeah, I was like wondering what is going on. So I think I need a coffee now. So we will call it submission. We will just submit.csv. So this is our file that it should show the result, because I was like keep running, but I don't know what is going on. I wasn't in focus at all. It's my bad. I'm sorry. Okay, so now I guess I will just run here and okay, we have output. Yes, output. This is wrong. We are unable. Okay, no worries. Okay, so we have here like CSV. So we will check here in the output. We will have the CSV file. So I will just try to open this file or download it. So I just download it and we look at it. So here we will have from the test data set, we will have, oh, this is the submission. So we will have the passenger number, and we will have who survived and who did not survive. And we will compare that with our gender generation or gender submission. So yeah, so this is, see, like this is the gender submission and this is the submission. You would be able to see the difference. You will able to tell. Let me just put them side by side. Yep. Yep. So you can see like this is the result, this is the submission, and this is the original. So we can see that the prediction is different than the first one, and this is the input and this is the output. Anyways, so you might not able to see much from this, but we will it will make sense in the second challenge and the third challenge. So what I'm gonna do, I will just submit. Yeah, I will just submit this one and it's successfully being submitted. There is no submission file. I guess I need to save this one. Just save the version. I will just do a quick save. I don't get the, let me just download the notebook. That will save us from any disaster. I don't want to go here actually. I just want to go, wait, let me close my tabs. My tabs is like being a lot. Yeah, this one we don't need it. This one we don't need it. This one we don't need it. Okay, so let's go to viewer here and just take a look. Okay, this is not our latest version, so just go to the latest version. This is our latest version. Okay, so perfect. Our latest version is not being saved. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I need to rewrite the last line and rerun. So here, what we have to done is this. Okay, so let me get from my original code and then just run it here, and we will have a successful. Just run it all over again. Okay, so I will run all over again all the cells again and again. And then I will just save it as a new version. Okay. I think there was like sometimes like there is some glitching and some nonsense. So what I done is I just saved the file as a IPYMB. So you just see like the file here in Visual Studio Code, and everything is here. So you save the day. Like if you save it, you will save the day if there is any issue happen to your code. So you will have the code offline. If you are not using your computer, you are just using Kaggle editor. Okay, so now the version is saved, and I will just submit that to the competition. Okay, version 5, so just submit that. I didn't check the output file. Oh yeah, it is there. Hopefully this time the code will be submitted. It is a simple task, but there is some hustle happened just now. Okay, so competition submission is completed. So let's go and view the submissions. So this is our submission, and the score is this. So this is our score in this. Sorry, this is my VPN. This is our score. So we will look at the successful one. We will look at the errors. There is no error. Everything is good. And after that, we will just, yeah, if we want to upload and submit our prediction. So otherwise, everything is here, and this is our submission, and this is it. So anyways, I hope you got something from this simple challenge. This is very simple, honestly. You might have, and you might found like some nonsense things, but it's okay if you feel overwhelmed and discomfort. But in the next challenge, you will see like so many things is being answered, and so many things is like look better for you. So don't worry about that. We will work on that too.